What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Happy Monday afternoon to all of you. Thank you for watching Sportsbook Review. This is Betting with the Bag. Monday afternoon, let's get after it. In 19 minutes, we will be joined by J Money is Money to break down this NBA card. I have looks on the NHL card. After J Money joins us, we're going to be joined by the legend, Big Ragu, fresh off his $400 winner. $400 on the nose on Vino Rosso. Cashed out just a little under $2,000 profit there. What a good-looking ticket. Ragu will be joining us. We'll talk Monday Night Football with Ragu as well. And we'll get his early looks on this NCAA football card. Shout out to Lamont Williams. Have to stay focused today and get this money. It's there. Gotta find it. Nice words, Lamont. There's Fat Fisty in the house. Lillian Pumpernickel ready to go. Try Sawyer. Lillian Pumpernickel says, need a Monday Night Football play. You guys leading over or under? God, that feels like a sharp line. God. Oh, I hate where I stand right now with this football game. Try Sawyer in the house. Said someone posted on Twitter. I saw that. Last 14 games, 14 away games for the Cowboys. First quarter unders. There's Deer Slayer Ski tonight. Says laid the juice with the Rangers tonight. Deer Slayer Ski, I'm on the Senators' first period. I got plus 140. It was better than I got on the show. Got plus 140 when I went to bed. Take it easy in the house. Viper NB. Rich G. 4 props lined up for Monday Night Football. I need to hear him because I'm on live with the guys at Stars of Live Line, and I need to have another winner after last week's. Last week pushed. It didn't push. I hit one and lost one. So what am I talking about? Like a patting myself on the back. Come on. Ron Lofton has Ricardo Gutierrez, Keith Sadler, Topset, Walla Walla Dos, Lanil Land, Michael B. Jaime Minuto, Preds puck line. I ended up staying off of that, but we're going to talk about it. And Jimmy Gomez. We got Akira. We got Doja Fap. Catered to you by Chef Jeff Joseph Gomez, RMK. Let's get this money up over 32 units to start the season. Wow, that's spectacular, RMK. Eric Johnson, Q Peso. Q Peso, my guy Q Peso, father of Lobagalin. How is Lobagalin? What a cutie pie. She is Rem Most in the house. Okay, let's get to work. RMK, Boston Pitt under 6.5. Great job finding that 6.5. Man, I would have loved to have hammered that 6.5. Let's go to odds right now. Okay, we're going to start with NHL. NHL's gone well. NHL's gone fine. Pop up that. No, I shouldn't say well. It's not where I want to be. Rafa, can you pop up that NHL record? It's funny because I feel like I'm losing. And we're fine. With 7.54% ROI, we're up 3 units. It's fine. But I just feel like we should be doing so much better. We're here at sportsreview.com, SBR odds page. Let's take a look at this spot. We're going to start with these Pens. This total was at 6.5. It opened at 6.5, and it's no longer there. It went down to 6 fast. Let's take a look here, and you can do this on Sportsbook Review. On the odds page, you can see how long it lasted at 6.5. And at Pinnacle, it lasted at 6.5 from 3:44 p.m. yesterday to 5:23 p.m. And then not only that, it went back up to 6.5 for a minute and then immediately got hammered back down. If I could get a 6.5, I'd be with you, but I wouldn't be like enormously confident. There's Major Tom in the house. Naeem ready to get the cash. Glenn Elliott man ready to go. Okay, so simply put, I was so close to taking these Boston Bruins this morning. So close to taking the Boston Bruins, and I didn't pull the trigger. It's enormously important when Christopher Comatini took the Preds in regulation, figure out a way to get less juice. Remember, you need to be in a situation where if you win 56% of the time, 54% of the time, then you're in profit. But when you take these lines at minus 140, which was what Preds in regulation is, or the money line right now with the Preds at minus 200, you put yourself in a can't win and can't sustain long-term wins. You can't. Lillian Pumpernickel says, I don't know, Red Wings can easily win this game. Red Wings are an angry team, and the Predators play down to their level of competition. Always been a problem with them. So we're going to get to that game. Let's start with this Penguins-Bruins game. Bruins open up at minus 158. They're now minus 156. This total, as I said, 6.5 to 6. And yes, the Bruins may be the best team in the National Hockey League, but this is the type of situation the Pens like to step up in on the road. And it's Halak, and I know Halak's been fine at home with a 919 save percentage, but I don't want him. I want Tuukka if I'm back in the Bruins here. Bruins won 5 straight, 9-game point streak. Pens need to step up here. And they scare me enough to stay off of it. Q Peso, there you go. He's on Penguins money line. There's Mr. Rizzo in the house. Oh, and Q Peso says no Baggelin's awesome. Been doing the daddy thing. Takes a lot for my daily captain, but I'm always here with you guys in spirit. As you know that, always. Our guy, Q Peso. Man, I love that. Q Peso in the house. Ron Lofton, I'm the copy and paste Ron Lofton's NBA action. We'll go over them with our guy, J Money is Money, who will be here in 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Okay. Let's go. Next spot on this NHL card will be Ottawa Rangers. Opened up at 6.5 juice to the under. It's now juice to the over. Rangers opened up at minus 182. Now minus 162. You know, that market move to Ottawa, I completely understand. Rangers coming off a spectacular game where they go into Nashville and win 2-1, feeling good about themselves. But what I don't understand is why they think this game isn't over. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm already on the Senators first period plus 138. I got the better line plus 140. There's Paulo Marquez in the house. Keith Sadler, Bruins, Rangers, Coyotes, Preds, and might hedge with the Wings at plus 1.5. Koskinen is confirmed from Remos. Thank you. Thank you, Rem. That's huge. Were there any other goalies that we didn't expect, Rem? Love to know if there are any goalies that we didn't expect. I'm surprised this is a 6.5. Why is the market moving towards the over here? Nilsson on the road. He can step up in certain situations. Georgiev has been great. I mean, if you're just looking at the goals allowed by these two teams, sure, but the Senators just have a 4.8% power play. Austin Kowalski's on the Senators full game under, and Akira's on the over 6.5. RMK's on the under. Why? I don't see. I'm surprised this is a 6.5. Oh, nice. Mohamed Joma in the house. A definite favorite night in NHL. And Keith Sadler's on the under too. Oh, that's the only. Thank you so much, Rem. I wonder why this is a 6.5. Let's just break down that a second more. And Lamont Williams also on that Penguins money line. Mohamed Jones in Nashville going to be extremely fired up and angry. Yeah, but so are the Red Wings. But I hear what you're saying. Sean Mundy in the house. Thank you for joining us, Sean. I don't see a 7 goals being scored here. Senators, Rangers. Senators just can't play like that. If they play like that, they're going to lose. Let's see. Is Zibanejad going to be in the lineup? That's an important piece of this. Let's just quickly see if Zibanejad is going to be in the lineup here. Going to NHL. Let's take a look at depth charts. And no word on Zibanejad. Okay. No word on Zibanejad. I don't see. I'm very close to adding the under 6.5. Yes, it is, Hank. This was a gift from our featured guest this evening, the Big Ragout. Okay, let me just quickly take a look at this spot here. I mean, is Zibanejad in the lineup? Here we go. And won't play on Monday night against Ottawa. Colf Coleon took the under 2. Man, 6.5 goals? Really? 7 goals are going to be scored in this game? With the way Georgiev is playing too, 933 save percentage. Mohamed Jones says Senators power play is really bad. Got to go under if you bet the total. Ron Christie's on the under 6.5. So it feels like all of us but Akira, and we don't want to be going up against Akira. Adam Ashford says, thank China. Okay, I'm in. I don't get why this is a 6.5. I mean, okay, so let me take that back. I get it when I look at how much Senators allowed 3.42 goals a game. Rangers allowing 3.27 goals a game. Sure, I get it from just that, but that's the only way I get it. Other than that, I don't see the Rangers trending as an over team this year. And if the Senators know if they get in the shootout with anybody, it's going to be bad. All right, I'm going to take the under 6.5 here. Under 6.5. This is my first addition on the card. Let's bring up the odds page right now. Totals. I hate going against you, Akira. And I just feel like I just don't see these two teams playing barn-burning hockey. Look at that, under 6.5 at plus 105. Could it really be moving towards 7? I mean, that's crazy. That's nuts. You're giving me a plus 105 on under 6.5? Well, I'm going to take it. Under 6.5 at plus 105. Going against the market move. And we will do that with confidence. Lillian Pumpernickel says highest sharp concentration is Senators. I like hearing that. I'm on Senators first period. Glenn Elliott Man says Senators loosey-goosey. Tommy Larscheid. Oh, God, that's great. Great, Glenn Elliott Man. I think this is the first actual smile I've had on my face all day. Be pissed off all day. I love it. I love Tommy Larscheid. Man, what a football player he was, too. A lot of people don't know that. What a spectacular football. Oh, God, that makes my day, Glenn Elliott Man. Loosey-goosey. I was like, where did I get? Because I use loosey-goosey all the time. Of course I got it from Tommy Larscheid. God, that's great, Glenn Elliott, man. Thank you for that. God, okay. Maybe my week changes. Maybe my turning point of the week is that comment right there from Glenn Elliott, man. Tommy Larscheid. Guy doesn't get talked about enough, man. It's such a big part of my youth. Okay, Predators, Red Wings. Sure, the Predators are likely to go in and smash, and maybe this was a spot I should have, and I came so close to taking this morning, but there was something saying don't necessarily. I would have to take them on the -1.5, and these Preds are angry. So the Wings are angry. Who's angrier? Probably the Wings. Muhammad Joma saying New York 4-1, Nashville 5-1. We got that Harden points over, Diesel Eugene. Thank you for mentioning that again. Diesel Eugene, I'll have you completely taken care of. I have been speaking with the forum, so we'll get that locked down. Okay. Look. Yes, Al Hard, I'm on Ottawa Senators first period. And now I'm also on the under 6.5. Predators, Red Wings, I just can't pull the trigger on. I just don't want to sit. This is a 2-2 team on the road, and yes, they're angry, but I don't. And yes, they want to send a message. This is a long road trip they're going on. Well, a 4-game road trip, but I don't want to take these huge favorites on the road. I just don't want to do it. John Garcia in the house. Thank you for joining us, John. My guy. Okay. And yes, Alhard, very much. First period, Ottawa, +138. Bet it at +140. And I will be jumping on this under 6.5. Okay, we have 7 minutes. Let's get into this Coyotes-Oilers game. Very interesting spot here. Coyotes, this total opened up, juiced even. It was 5.5, -107 at either side of Pinnacle. It's now -115. You're now getting a +5.5 if you want to go over. And I think that's a good move made by the Edmonton Brass. You know, they have some sharp guys running the show now in Edmonton for the first time in a long time, and taking Smith out after the 51-save performance is smart. Lamont Williams says, I have to Nashville puck line for my max bet to get better. Value, no money line, I get it. Keith Sadler says, revenge spot for the Preds from the first game of the year. I don't know. Is it that important? Maybe. Not applicable says Preds want to get off to a good start. I get it. But I'm not taking them. RMK said, we're talking about this Rangers center spot. 2 of the 5 worst teams in the league as far as creating offensive chances. Georgiev playing great. Rangers tightening up defensively. This is an under. RMK liking the over in the Zona Edmonton under. You know, if I could get a decent shot, I would definitely take the Yotes here. But look, I'm not going to take this team on the road against the number 1 team in the conference at even money. It's just not going to happen. Frank Palma, first touchdown prop, Randall Cobb or Ingram. Well, I guess you'd have to go with Cobb. I mean, I don't know. I do not see the. I don't see Danny Dimes doing a ton of damage here. Okay, that's what's up. I am on one addition. So I've got 2 plays on one game, and I'm staying away from the other 3 games. I'd love to take the Coyotes, but you have to give me at least a +110. So I am on 2 spots. I'm on the Senators first period, +138, and the under 6.5 at +105. 2 plus lines on my NHL card. So why don't we do a little talking about this Monday Nighter quickly. We have 5 minutes before Jay Money joins us, and he's probably got a look on this Monday Nighter, even though we want to focus on basketball when we got Jay Money. Hal Abraham says, does anyone know if Derek Favors is playing? Derek Favors was not supposed to be playing. He was not expected to play. Let's take a quick look at the very last information we can get. Oh, Frazier, doubtful. We knew that. Rodney Hood will be in the lineup tonight. Isaiah Thomas starting Monday versus Detroit. Ooh. So what's that starting lineup look like? Let's get there very quickly. Let's get this starting lineup up and about with Isaiah Thomas in it. Wow, could Isaiah Thomas actually come back in this spot? All right. Here we go. Thomas, Beal, Bonga, Hachimura, Bryant. Jeez, you can't get anything from any spot other than the 1 and the 2. That's ugly. Okay, let's take a look for our guy, Hal. Let's see if we are dealing with a healthy Derek Favors. Well, he's certainly not healthy. Let's see if he'll be in the lineup. Here we go. Derek Favors. Get there right now. Will he be in the lineup? Gosh, why am I not on depth charts? Okay, here we go. Come on. Sorry, taking a little time. Let's get to these pals. And we're here. Okay. New Orleans and Derek Favors will game time call. Game time call. You might have him. And Lamont Williams liking the Dallas solo over tonight. That makes sense. Joseph Gomez says Isaiah Thomas to start just tweeted it to you. Thank you, Joseph. That's exciting. He's not that old. He's just, banged up hip. There's Juan Ruiz in the house. Parla King says Dallas easy all November. So we have 3 minutes. We're going to be bringing in our guy, Jay Money. We want to talk about this NFL game. We want to know about, it's up to 49 in Bovada. We want to know if we're going to play the props market, where do we see the Dallas attack coming from? My fear with Dallas is if they do get ahead, they're going to run the ball down the Giants' throats. If those of you who want Dallas pass props, they're only going to happen if the Giants fight in this game. Oh, man, look at that. Glenn Ollie saying, had a smoking a beer with Tommy Larscheid. Oh, yeah. I remember that line so well. Just came back from the Canucks dressing room. Pavel's groins never felt better. Oh, Tommy Larscheid. What a guy. Okay. Trot Wham in the house. Love to hear Trot Wham's looks in NBA. Trot Wham, we got to get you on this show, too. There's Jay Money in the house, ready to get to work. And I know Jay's got a look on this Monday Nighter. We're going to talk about the Monday Nighter as well when we do have Big Ragu, but we'll see what Jay Money has in store. Let's bring him on to the show right now. Our guy, Jay Money, star of Jammin' with Jay Money on this network, Monday to Saturday. Joining us on this Monday afternoon. Jay Money, how you doing, my man?
What's up, Jimmy? Hey, I'm good, man. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but hey, I'm still back, ready to get some money. If I cash these tickets, man, it'll make me feel a whole lot better. Y'all doing all right?
I hear that. I had a rough weekend, man. I wait all year for the Breeders' Cup Championship, and then I shit the bed in the Breeders' Cup Championship. I lost $500 on Saturday, and it just got me. Just got me right in the punch in the gut there. There's Jack in the house. Jack Cam Smith ready to go. First off, Jay, are you making a move on the Monday Nighter Cowboys-Giants?
No, man, I'm staying all the way from staying all the way away from NFL, man. I'm trying to focus all the way on NBA. If I had to look, I would maybe look towards the over, maybe, but that's the only thing I could take in that game. But no NFL bets from me, man. I'm staying all the way off from football as a whole.
Well, let's get to your bread and butter then. And there's some very, very, very exciting games on the docket. Starting with a game that other people might not find exciting, but I think this Pistons-Wizards game is got so many different moving parts. First off, I mean, how impressed were you with this Pistons team and Bruce Brown with his first career start, 22-7, showing us what we saw in college? I was so impressed with Bruce Brown and Luke Kennard. So let's start there. Pistons, Bruce Brown, Luke Kennard. Do you expect Luke Kennard to be getting 20-plus points a game moving forward? And what do you think of Brown at the point?
Well, he could possibly. It's all about matchups. I don't like that game. I had the Nets first half and full game in this spot. I mean, the Nets were up 14 midway through the third quarter and then go on an absolute terrible run. Like, the Pistons went on a 20-2 run. After that, it was just absolutely over. The Nets just totally fell asleep, man. I don't even want to mention the fucking Nets right now. The Pistons, they're not that good. I mean, they went on a little road trip, lost those couple of games, so they came back to the house. Both teams were third game in 4 nights. So, I mean, the Pistons had the edge. They were at the house. But like I say, the Nets more really gave that game away than the Pistons took it. You know what I'm saying? The Nets I'm not sure what they did. They just fell asleep. Like I said, got up 14 and they just got complacent. And it was over after that, man. So I don't give credit to Pistons in that one. And I think they'll run out of gas here at some point.
So do you like this Wizards team starting Isaiah Thomas with Beal in the backcourt, but that 3-4-5 is trash, man. They open at -2. We could have got him on the morning show at -3. Teddy Covers is on them. I did not pull the trigger. Now 3.5's on the board and a 4 at Heritage. What move would you make? Have you made a move on the side here, Pistons Wizards?
Yeah, I made a move on the side, and I mean it's not so much me betting against. It is a play against the Pistons to me. We know they have Andre Drummond over there, but this is more of a spot for me on the Wizards here. They lost both of their home games. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to go down 0-3 at the house here. The Pistons, they're 1-9 ATS last 10 on one-day risk. They're 1-5 ATS last 6 in Washington. You know what I'm saying? The home team has won 8 of the last 10 in this series. So, and this is the third game in 4 nights for the Pistons and 4th and 6th nights. Like I say, they just stopped at the house, then right back on the road once again, facing this pesky Wizards team, who I'm not a big fan of to start the year. I don't like their roster, but they've been playing together. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that matters. And with them here at the house, I think they have the edge here, the rest edge. You land a short number. I hopped on the Wizards here -3. I like them to come out with a fast start as well. I like them in the first quarter and first half. I think this is a total Wizard spot. The stats would probably say well, not even necessarily that. The stats wouldn't really say the Pistons because, I mean, the Wizards are still 4-1 ATS this year, one of the better covering teams this year. They're coming off a blowout loss at the house as well, so this is a bounce-back spot for them. They hadn't won a game at the house. You know what I'm saying? This is another offensive team that the Pistons don't want to see. This is a team like the Hawks. They remember last time I told you, Jimmy, that the Hawks are going to run the piss out of Jim. That's exactly what I think is going to happen tonight, and I know you're undefeated with me and Junior hopping, you know what I'm saying, you hopping on the sides with us. I like this Wizard spot in the full game. I think this is one you should hop on with me and go 6-0 with us on the show.
That sounds appealing. Bonga, Hachimura, Bryant, 3-4-5. They're going to get eaten up by Snell, Morris, and Drummond.
They're not gonna get eaten up, man. I mean, the Pistons got some bigs over there, but you still have to remember they still got 3 point guards out. Still no Blake Griffin. You know what I'm saying? Drummond played 35 minutes and then 38 minutes. At some point, man, all that run up and down the court it's gonna take something off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the Wizards are much better scorers than the Pistons, man. Don't let that. I watched that Nets game. You know what I'm saying? Through and through. I'm telling you guys, man, the Nets was finna blow that one open, and then they just started. You know what I'm saying? Shooting up a bunch of threes, stop playing defense. And then the Pistons just kept chopping away. Once they got the momentum, they were at the house. The home crowd got in it. Nets just totally fell asleep, and they have absolutely no fight in them. I think that's going to be different from the Wizards here. They're the ones that's at home tonight with the home crowd. You can't. Most of the times I look at the lineups, and if you look at the lineup here, I mean, the Pistons don't have a lot of great scorers out there. Even with Bruce Brown, you know what I'm saying, having a good game out there. Kennard, 20 points is probably really his max. Tony Snell, he's a defender out there. He's totally out there for defense. So yeah, they got bigger guys out there, but like I say, the way that the Wizards like to run and gun, it's bad for the way that the Pistons play, and for them not having any guards tonight, it's not gonna bode well. Isaiah Thomas coming here in the starting lineup. I mean, I don't have to sell you too much. Like you say, Teddy Covers like it as well. You know, he's a sharp guy. I think this is a sharp side here, and I think it's the right side here being on the Wizards.
Alex Guerrero, our statistician in the chat, whom we love dearly. Alex, thank you for your hard work. Says Wizards' last 3 games have averaged 129 and allowed 138. I know that's propped up because of that crazy Rockets game, but what do you think of this total here, opening up at 225, down to 224.5 at a ton of books, but Pinnacle just shot it up to 225.5. If you were advantage betting right now, you would take the over 224.5 at any book that offered it. What do you think of the total here?
Me personally, I'm not on the total whatsoever on this one. I just know that I'm all over the Wizards in this spot. I mean, like I said, I could lose. Nothing is guaranteed here, but I think the over correlates with the Wizards. Like I said, I think they're going to run them out the gym, but I think that the Pistons are going to run out of gas here at some point. Like I said, they had 2 games on the road. They stop at the house, get a come from behind win, now headed right back on the road. It's not a good spot for the Pistons here whatsoever. And like I say, Drummond, the way I know he's a really good player. He's went for 20 and 20 the past 3 games, but at some point he's going to run out of gas. And I'm telling you guys, I'm surprised they played him as much as they did in versus the Nets, because when Drummond was not on the court, you had to look look at the Pistons backcourt, it's absolutely terrible. They had trouble scoring when Drummond was off the court. They look totally different, but I can't say their defense looks a whole lot worse as well when Drummond is on the court. So I'm not betting on this total. I mean, the Wizards, I look at them as an over team, but in this particular spot, they may play some defense because I know they're going to be pissed off. They're going to come in here pesky, and like I say, they want to get their first home win, and I think they do it. So I'm just focused on the Wizards here.
All right. Maybe I do end up pulling the trigger. I have become a Bruce Brown fan, and I was very excited to see his first start. And I know he's hungry to show that he can play in this league, and maybe that's holding me off. Maybe I shouldn't be. By the way, 225s now at Intertops, Bet Online, and 5 dimes immediately shot it up to 225.5. If you want to advantage bet, watch Pinnacle. When Pinnacle makes a jump that no one else is on, all the other books follow suit. Let's move on to Pelicans Nets. I jumped on the Nets at -4, and now there's 3.5s on the board. I could have got 3.5s earlier this morning. Made a coffee, came back to the couch, and they were gone. But now they're back. Kyrie doing so much, and the Nets doing so little as a team. They look great against the Rockets. I watched that game, and they look good. And then, as you said, they shit the bed against the Pistons team that they should have beat. I think they come in angry. We know that this Pelicans team is dealing with a ton of injuries. Ingram, I do believe, is going to play, and he's an extremely important part of this puzzle. Okafor at the 5. You get him in foul trouble, then they're in big trouble. I know the Pelicans shot just 33% and 6 turnovers in the final 12 minutes of their loss in Oklahoma City. They look bad. I say that was probably because there was no Ingram on the floor after he hit his head. I believe it was a head injury. I am backing the Nets here. I think it's a bounce-back spot for them. What's your look here, J Money, Pelicans Nets?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. This is one game. Well, this is one of few games. I really only got 3 games that I'm really on. This is one that I don't have anything on whatsoever. I'm staying all away from this Nets team here. I mean, I'm seeing videos of him fighting. I mean, he's fighting with a team. I mean, like I say, he's an asshole out there, man. Nobody really likes to be around the asshole. I mean, you see him out there, he blowing off Joe Harris. I mean, he's getting mad at DeAndre Jordan for not hitting the ball the right way. I'm not a fan of this Nets team whatsoever. Like I say, I lost money on them the other day. I'm staying all the way away from this game. I mean, maybe look towards the over, but you see that the total is shot up 7 whole points. I mean, for good reason, but I can only see points here, but I'm staying all the way away from the Nets here. I mean, at least the Pelicans, at least they're playing like a team. Not sure the health of Ingram. I actually thought that he might have been out in this game, but he is going to play. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's really injured or not, but I would actually lean to. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not messing with this game whatsoever, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm comfortable going back with Brooklyn, but in saying that, I didn't watch them lose with my money on the line on Saturday, so I can understand after watching Kyrie treat these guys like shit and hearing how different it is immediately now in Boston, how they're smiling and having fun and communicating on the floor. But I'm going to take Brooklyn to bounce back here against a beaten-up Pelicans team. Bookie Lover Q says Pelicans bombed threes all night. Went from 236 to 238.5. I'm on the Nets. Ronnie Christie says Clubhouse cancer. And Michael Del Ziddy says I avoid the NBA like women avoid me. That's a lot of avoiding. Come on, Michael Del Ziddy. More paper, more women. We know how it works, man. Fatter pockets, hotter salutes. Okay, let's move on to our next spot, Rockets, Grizzlies. Here, you want to talk about an enigma. It's these Rockets, but do they step up here without Westbrook in the lineup?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the whole thing about this one is, I mean, they just got blown out last night. Absolutely terrible. I mean, whether they went and partied on Saturday or not, that first quarter versus the Heat was absolutely terrible. At one point you get down 53-14 in that game, I mean, that's just, like I say, that's terrible. Usually I would fade a team in their last game of a road trip, but like I say, they barely beat Washington over there. Lost against the Nets, which I was on the Nets. Then when they got throttled by the Heat last night, the only way I could look at this is a bounce-back spot. I know that the Rockets are 0-6 ATS this year, but But I mean, after getting whooped up on like that last night, and then you go and face the Grizzlies, they don't have Jaren Jackson. They don't have Grayson Allen coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Which is this Grizzlies team needs all the pieces they can get. The most recent game that they played, you know what I'm saying, versus the Rockets, they went over there and beat them. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Rockets came in their house and then beat them in the overtime game. You know what I'm saying? Harden had a damn good game, but they ended up losing. So I think that he's gonna remember that. This is his first time back to Memphis. Since then, I think Harden goes off tonight, man, and I don't think that the Grizzlies can keep up with the Rockets tonight. Like I said, if they come out pissed off, which I think that they will, then this Grizzlies team won't have any chance. I know they've been covering the first half, but like I say, if the Rockets are pissed off from that game last night and they bring effort here, they're a much better team than the Grizzlies here. They need a blowout win. I mean, and the Grizzlies are exactly what the doctor ordered up, especially when you see Jaren Jackson ruled out over there. I mean, which I knew from last night that he probably wasn't going to play. This is a total Rocket spot, man, and you see Westbrook being out. The line only moved down 1 point. I mean, the Rockets -5.5. I mean, seems like to play here, but I think they started out early as well. A lot of people going to be on the Grizzlies in the first half because of the stats, but the stats don't matter in this one. It's all about the spot, and I think the Rockets are going to trash them.
Well, first off, spot-wise, would you take Rockets full game over first half? And also our guy Diesel Eugene on Harden points over 37. Harden points over 37 points and assists and rebounds. Points, assists, and rebounds for Harden right now is 53.5. Points at my book, 37.5. Points, assists, rebounds, 53.5. Do any of those appeal to you?
What did you say one more time, Jimmy? I'm sorry. I don't really play the props like this. Say it, repeat it one more time.
James Harden points over, and Diesel Eugene got it at 37. It's at 37.5 at my book. And his points, rebounds, and assists are at 53.5.
Yeah, I would look at that. I think he's going to score. I said that on my show that he might go for 50 tonight. Like I said, last time he was in Memphis, he went for 57 points. That was in a losing effort. It did go into overtime, but last time he was in this building, Grind City, which isn't the same. You know what I'm saying? They still had Michael Conley and DeLon Wright, players like that over there last year. That's not the case here, but like I say, he went for 57 last time he was in this building. He has to do it tonight. If the Rockets don't come out and ball, he has to get his shot going. His three-point shot hadn't been going. He's going to have the ball tonight, and players like Eric Gordon as well going to have the ball. So I definitely like that one. I wouldn't throw the assist one in there, you know what I'm saying, because ain't no telling how many of those he's going to get. But the points and rebounds, I definitely like that one. And, I mean, I think all of them correlate. They correlate with the points, rebound, and assists as well. He could cover that one just by his point total. I think he's definitely going for 50 tonight. And like I said, if you see the Rockets here coming here pissed off, you might see a first-quarter score like the Heat did them last night.
All right. I'm locking in Harden over 37.5 points. I believe that's the highest total I've ever tried to get over in my life. Over 37.5 points. Let's pull this up right now. And that's juiced to the under. And that's probably because it's gone up from 36.5 to 37.5. Juiced to the under. Over is -115. Apollo Marquez says 30 to 33 only. I'm going to take a shot with Harden straight dominating this game and see what happens. Okay, let's keep rolling along here. Oh, quickly, for a total there, J Money, in this Rockets-Memphis game, it's dropped all the way down to 230, 229.5 at some books. But Memphis been playing at a fast pace this year. What do you think of the total in Houston-Memphis?
Yeah, I would look towards the under, man. I mean, you see Russell Westbrook is out. He's the main one that's been pushing the pace over there for the Rockets. With him being out and it just being Harden really likes to slow the pace down a lot. I'll be looking towards the under here. Definitely the Memphis team total under as well. Like I say, they're missing their starting power forward over there, and Jaren Jackson, he's one of the key cogs over there in their offense. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Ja Morant is, but I will be looking towards the under here, and then I think that the Rockets may actually try to play some defense tonight. Like I said, well, it all depends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to run to bet on the Rockets at all. You know what I'm saying? I hate betting on the Rockets. I already lost money early with them this season. This is just a spot. I'm glad when I was watching that game last night and I had to watch all the way to the end, I was glad that they got throttled like that because I was like, okay, I'm looking towards tomorrow. And then, you know what I'm saying, you see Harden in the in the post-game interview saying, hey, you just throw this game in the trash, you know what I'm saying? We get ready for tomorrow and try to close out this road trip in the right way and get a win. You like to hear those type of comments out of them, you know what I'm saying? They had a much stronger bench than the Grizzlies. Well, they're missing 2 players. I mean, I'd like for them to clamp down and get out here, you know what I'm saying? This is the last game of a road trip. It's the reason I don't really like the over, you know what I'm saying? I think they try to slow the pace a little bit down. They'll actually play some defense. Still got players like PJ Tucker out there, you know what I'm saying? Memphis still has Jay Crowder. They're going to try to throw on Harden. It all depends on if he's getting his foul calls tonight. We know any Houston game could go over if he's getting his foul calls, but I think that the Rockets will actually clamp down on defense, and I think that the Grizzlies will struggle to score tonight, especially without Jaren Jackson and Grayson Allen coming off the bench. I would lean towards the under here and the Grizzlies team total under.
Grizzlies team total under and the under. What a difference a year makes for the Grizzlies pace. Okay, let's move on to Bucks Timberwolves. This is my second look on the card. I'm on these Milwaukee Bucks. First half, and the more I thought about it, the more I wasn't sure I loved the first half, but I think what the Timberwolves did without Karl Anthony Towns is a great story and will come to an end this evening. I'm on the Bucks first half at -3, and I don't know, going back, I mean, why don't you break it down, because I'm not sure now if that's a better play than the full game. What's your move here, Bucks Timberwolves?
Yeah, this is one of those games that I stayed away from, Jimmy. I mean, I don't like the fact that the Bucks are in a real deal sandwich spot right here. I mean, if this was football, this would be an ideal sandwich spot here. I mean, you got the Bucks just coming off a huge win over there versus the Raptors, which that was a back-to-back win. You know what I'm saying? They went and throttled Orlando, then fly home to face the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? The game, they played a really good game, even though the Raptors kind of made it look respectable. They were blowing them out by 20. You know what I'm saying? Early, the Bucks came out really nice. It was a defensive game. I cashed the under that one. Then now you go and play Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? They've won 8-2 in the series. They're 8-3 ATS the last 11, but they are off 2 big games, and it's the third game in 4 nights. They got the Clippers on deck in this spot. Obviously, Karl Anthony Towns is still out for the Timberwolves. They are at the house, though. You know what I'm saying? This is a spot that I stay away from. I'm pretty sure the public concentration is on the Bucks here. I mean, first half is a different look. I'm just saying full game. This is a spot that I stayed all the way away from. Like I say, maybe if the Bucks didn't have someone else next, but this is just a classic sandwich spot, and I can see them cruising through the game, cruising through this game. I mean, you look at the Timberwolves; they have some defensive guys over there, man. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them if they come ready for the Bucks here. You see what they did with against the Wizards, even without Karl Anthony Towns. It's like a lot of people been sleeping on the Wolves here. I'm all the way off this game. The Bucks are a much better team. It's just, will they come, you know what I'm saying, will they get up for this Wolves team without Karl Anthony Towns on the road, you know what I'm saying, laying 7.5 points.
That's my worry, is will they get up for this game? But I just see minutes, I don't like this play as much as I did this morning. I am a little I don't know if I like this play as much as this morning. Okay, let's roll on to a next and a very interesting spot. The undefeated Sixers going up against the very good-looking Phoenix Suns. How long has it been since we said that? Bane's playing good basketball. This total opened up at 223, now 223.5, 224, 224.5. And the Sixers at -1 are still at -1. -1.5 at a couple books. Sixers, Suns, J Money, take it away.
Yeah, this is one where, man, I'm saying I want to take the Suns. They're undefeated ATS this year. I had to stay off the side. I do think that it may be a little bit of a letdown for the 76ers here off that, you know what I'm saying, for the game-winning shot from Korkmaz, or however you say his name. You know what I'm saying? They're undefeated team. They're the last undefeated team here in the NBA. This is a tough spot, though, for him, man. I like this as to be a defensive game, man. The Suns, they usually come out pretty slow, always play really good defense. They kind of sort of play methodical basketball. On the fast break, they like to get out and run. But really, you know what I'm saying, when in the half court, they'll kind of sort of get some passes in and try to run plays. You don't just see them, you know what I'm saying, the old just Devin Booker, him trying to shoot it real quick. You don't see that. They're actually running plays and stuff. The 76ers are 6th in defense right now. They were number 1 before they game against the Blazers, that high-scoring game with no Whiteside. They got whatever they wanted in the paint in that game. I don't think it's going to be the case here. You got Baines over there versus in the Suns. The 76ers are 5th in pace. The Suns are 7th in pace. I just think that I think that the total's a little too high in this game. Like I say, There's going to be Baines down there today. Then I still like the 76ers, one of the top defensive teams in this league. I'm liking the under here, man. I like the under early. I know Jordan pointed out on my show he liked the under the first quarter and the first half. I went on ahead and rolled with him on that, man. I like the under here all the way through. I loved it the full game, and the way he broke it down to me. The Suns always start off slow. The first quarter was sitting at 57.5. I was like, no way, man. I'm on the under in the first quarter, the first half, and the full game. I see this is a sneaky defensive game. And I think that the Suns should be able to pull it out the house. I think it could be a slight letdown for the 76ers here. But, I mean, they are the better team. We know the Suns are going to have a slip-up at some point. I'm not willing to bet on those spots, you know what I'm saying, when they'll slip up. If I was forced to make a play here on the side, it would be the Suns. But it seems like everyone's going to be on the Suns. Or not everyone, because I'm still seeing people on Sixers. But I'm staying away from the side. I still know that the 76ers, if they wanted to, I think they can lock down anybody in this league, even without Embiid. They're just that good defensively, and I think they're going to show it in this game. But the Suns play some really good defense as well, so I really don't even care who wins. I just hope they come to play some defense.
D. Chowder on the under. Ron Lofton says, good to see Jay liking this under. Ronnie Christie, though, on the other side, on the over in this game. Buffalo on the beat. We got Bill Butler joining us. Bill Butler says Horford and Richardson have been seeing massive usage bumps since Embiid has been out. I'm looking at both of their points over. Both of their points over. Wow. So an under spot in this market moving towards the over, but they weren't until the last hour or so. So it might just be public pushing this total up. Like in the under in this spot, why not 224.5? That's an interesting look. I might pull the trigger on that. And then we have Blazers, Warriors, and this was a tale of two angles. And my angle to stay off was just that I do not see the Blazers sitting there looking at these G Leaguers thinking, oh, we need to put a stake in the heart of the Warriors after they swept us out of the Western Conference Final. Let's beat them up real badly, because none of those guys are on the floor. We're playing against a team where there's not one player on the floor scored a point in that series. I don't know if the Blazers get up that much for this game. I'm not making a move here. Blazers, Warriors. Let's see what the market has done here. The Blazers open up at -10. They're now -11.5 at 12 at Bovada. This total opened up at 223.5 and is down to 219.5 some books, 220 on the others. Blazers, Warriors, you making a move here?
No, I'm not making a move. If I was to make one, if I had a free bet, I would take the Blazers. I mean, even when it was at 10.5, I was kind of iffy about it. I gave it a look then, but not a deep look. Then they announced that Russell was out. I mean, I wasn't sure if he was going to play. I thought since it went from 8.5 to 10.5, then they knew something that he wasn't going to play. Then you know how it goes, Jimmy. Even though somebody's questionable and leaning towards not playing, when they finally announced that he's out, it seemed like everybody goes and, you know what I'm saying, whether it's money that does it or just the lines makers. I see it go to -12, and I'm like, oh man, that's just even worse. In theory, the Blazers should blow them out here. This is playoff revenge here from last year where the Warriors swept them, you know what I'm saying? But like you say, Jimmy, this isn't the same team. I mean, the Blazers, they're coming off that heartbreaking loss to the last shot. They need these type of wins. I think they're going to win the game. It's just about how much. We know that the Warriors have still been coming out hot, even without D'Angelo Russell. They've still been coming out playing defense, coming out, you know what I'm saying, serious the first quarter and first half. I'm staying all the way away from it. Like I say, the lineups say that the Blazers should absolutely smash here. Are they going to cover the 12? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm staying off of. If anything, I would take the under here. I think the under's a good look. You know that the Warriors are going to struggle very, very bad without. They're going to be terrible without D'Angelo Russell. That was at least the one thing that I could give them here. You know what I'm saying? If they had Russell here, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, he could go off for 40 any night, as long as the role players play some defense and score some baskets. If you look at this lineup, man, I definitely have to look towards Warriors team total under, man. I absolutely have to give that a look and make that a small play. I don't see how they crack 100 points here.
Don't see them cracking a hundo. Man. And then this total here at 219.5. I just don't see this as being an intensity-filled game. I don't see anyone really caring about this spot except for the guys on the Warriors, these guys fighting for an opportunity to play in the NBA. What's the expected starting lineup for the Warriors? Bowman, Poole, Robinson, Paschal, and Cauley Stein. God, that is ugly. Ugly. I understand why you're staying off of it. Lillian Pumpernickel says, did we talk NFL? Not fully, but we're going to break into it next. Not Applicable says, Warriors a fade team. Warriors a fade team. Well, I like it. You know, I'm not going to add the Wizards. I think you're likely right. At this point, I'm not going to add them. Could have got them at 3. I just don't trust those bigs at all. And I'm going to stay off. But I am going to add that Harden prop over 37.5 points. Should have got on that earlier. That was a mistake. Should have got on that earlier. And those are my looks. So I've got 3 looks. I'm on the Nets -4, the Bucks -3 first half, and the Harden prop. Jay Money, could you review your looks on this card?
Yeah, my looks are the Wizards. I like the Wizards. I like them early and late, man. I like the Wizards full game as well, and I like the Rockets as well. I like them early. I like them to come out hot, and I like them full game as well. And then I'm liking unders, man, in the Suns and 76ers game. First quarter, I see Q Peso said the first quarter was 58. I don't see that, man. This first quarter, this first quarter could be below 50. I like for them to get off at a good pace for the under. The first half of under, I got the under first half at 116. Love that one as well, and the full game under as well. Full game has the most volatility, but I love all 3 unders in that game, man. Those are my 3 favorite spots, going with the trifecta on all 3 of those games, and on all 3 of the other games, I'm not even worried about them. I am going to take a look at the Warriors team total under, though, either that or the Blazers under. Those are all my plays, man. Y'all know what's up. Come and check out the show, Jamming with Jay Money, Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, man. Y'all come and tune in and check us out.
Jamming with Jay Money, a spectacular show. Follow him on Twitter. Jay Money is money. At Jay Money is money. Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Have another monster night in NBA. Look forward to watching your show again tomorrow.
Appreciate it, man. Like I say, y'all come tune in with us tomorrow, man. Let's get to it. Let's cash these tickets.
There he is. Jay Money is money. Jay Money is money. Okay, let's make moves on this Monday nighter. I guess Ragu partying hard. Still in Vegas. So we've got no word from Ragu, so I'm guessing that he is partying right now. All right, let's take a look at this NFL game and break it down. Let's pull out the props. And I look for big plus lines on props. We got Buffalo on the beat in the house, which will be good to hear what he's thinking about props right now. Let's take a look at what this football game is saying. So we got a 48, and it goes up to 48.5. So Cowboys coming off a bye, but who cares? Last person to scare you is Jason Garrett coming off a bye. Rich G, Ingram over 4.5 receptions. Ingram over 15.5 receiving yards. Cooper over 5.5 receptions. Cooper over 80.5 receiving yards. And Intertops has the best price on yardage props, receiving props at Heritage. That's great stuff from Rich G. Okay, gonna copy and paste that from our guy Rich G. All right, copy and paste that right now. Okay, so I feel like Barkley is going to show up and have a big game. And I think that if Saquon does, he's going to keep the Giants in the game. I mean, the Giants are going to be an 8-8 team for the next 10 years. Having Saquon gives you this ability to, and Princess City says, me and Ragu were talking about the over. In a run-heavy game, the clock keeps moving. And do we have any expectation of Jason Garrett putting together some sort of interesting offense? I mean, I don't know if we can trust him. Michael Irvin, Dallas over 13.5 points first quarter for plus 450. Ooh, Michael Irvin going for a big score. Michael Irvin going for a big score. Let me copy and paste that right now. Copy and paste. Okay. Yo liking the Giants in the under. We have Flash liking the Giants. I can understand that look. This Cowboys defense has been underwhelming. That's the problem with backing the under, or I'd already be on it. So they pick up Bennett. Is Bennett going to do something to change things? Raven in the desert on the under. Stevie Steve's on the under. Mr. Rizzo says Giants lose by 3. Devin Wade on the under. Oh, man. Devin Wade in the house. Great to have you. Says, remember I said fade SMU? Nice job, Devin Wade. Devin Wade caps it at 42.29 total points. Muhammad Joma says Dallas' last 14 road games, first quarter under, has hit in every single one of them. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's wild. Ron Crawford like in the over 48. And Muhammad Joma making the move on the first half under. That's been a look that he's been on often. First half under in these marquee games. Riku Roxa says Giants beat an over team and Cowboys should put up points. Alex Guerrero says it's been a sharp buy on Giants primarily at plus 7.5 and a little plus 7. Totals mixed for sharp action, not just at the top but throughout the sharp money action. Ed 215 parlaying Dallas money line and the under. D Money taking Dallas to score first drive. Rye Cape, Dallas covers against the Giants. I like the 6.5. And Ron Loftus is flashing being money with his Monday Night Football sides. He's been unbelievable on Monday nights. Not applicable says Monday nights a fade for me. So we had 53 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 8 miles per hour was the wind. But that was on Friday. Let's just take one last look at the New York weather here quickly. New York weather. And yes, that's what we have here. So... and the wind kind of dies down into the night. So 8, then down to 7, then down to 6. Parlay King says Dallas spread easy cover. Connor Butler says, I don't know, Giants quarterbacks are god-awful. DeAndre Baker has the highest passer rating against for a quarterback. Gallup to eat. But then do you trust Prescott? Devin Wade says, do you think Dallas can stop the Giants' rush? Well, that's the problem. It's that this Cowboys defense has been so underwhelming that you can't trust this defense to step up. Jack Campson says, been playing first half unders all year. I'll continue tonight. Ron Crawford, my final pick 6 selection, Dallas -7. Giants. So one thing is the Cowboys keep playing to these first quarter unders. The Giants get destroyed in first quarters. They've been outscored 38-0 in first quarters over the last 4 games. They've been outscored 14-0 by both Arizona and Detroit in the last 2 games. Eddie Sports Money says, I'm a Giants fan. It hurts my heart to say this. Dallas will cover. Giants cannot stop a nosebleed. Lock 24/7 says, I look for Dak to pass through the New York Giants defense easily tonight. And Rye Cape saying no weather concerns in New York City. D Money special at 1.5 field goals over for each team. I took a look at that prop. I had some interest in that prop. Gerald Martinez says Dak owns these Giants, has his best games. Dritchy says Giants should be able to do damage through the air. Cowboys should be able to pass and run. Cowboys will grind the clock with Zeke, should be playing from in front. Parlay King says I'm a Giants fan too, but Dallas in November always turns it on. Devin Wade says every home team is won this week besides Niners. Wow. Tasha says Monday games have been under. I'm going to stay away from the total. Walla Walla those leaning Dallas to cover may lay off entirely because I'm not watching much tonight. And not applicable says -7 is about right. Well, I've got decisions to make. I will be going to Flash's house right after this for the live line, to be at the live line. And I've got to make moves soon for the live line. Nothing Ordinary says Dallas first half or halftime solo over. You know what? Nothing Ordinary. I think that's what I like the best, would be trusting the Dallas Cowboys to put up points in the first half. Let's go to that right now. Dallas first half, but I want a team total on the first half. So let me move back off. You know what? I think that makes the most sense because Dave Jr. Smile says, what's your favorite NHL side tonight? I don't have one. I just have, for sides, I only have Senators first period at plus 140. So let's go to team props because I need a first half prop. There we go. First half. First half team points. Cowboys over 13.5 at -150. Oh, that's a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice. But you have to expect the Cowboys, if they're going to get points, they're going to get them early. I agree. I wish I was getting better than -150. Okay, I think I'm going to make a move. I think that makes the most sense to me. Let's log into Heritage and see what they're giving us for those team props here. Let's log in. I think that makes the most sense. I really do. I, in fact, think that will be my play on this game. Big E on Giants plus 7.5. Ron Crawford spreadsheet plays. Let me copy and paste that. Copy and paster. Here we go. Okay, after talking this out, I believe that is the look on this card. There's Bled W in the house. I think that makes the most sense. Does Dallas usually take the ball in the first half? And what's the plan coming off a bye? You think that they off a bye will be completely scripted early. Pinnacle, Remo says, has minus 136 for the 13th. Thank you, Rem. Let me move over to Pinnacle. Let's see what Heritage has here quickly. And Heritage going over to first half. Team total 13.5 and minus 140, so we're getting better. And then let's go to, sorry we have to line shop this way. We actually have to go to the sites here. And let's go to Pinnacles. Team total. I think that's going to be my move. I think I'm rolling with Nothing Ordinary Sports here. Let's go. Here we go. Football. And let's go to, okay, I think I'm going to lock this in. So we're going to go to team total. First half, there's team total game. Let's go to that first half, team total. And there's the full game, 27.5 and minus 118. And the first half, team total, 13.5 minus 136. All right, confirmed. The weather's pretty nice, DP. The weather is pretty nice. Okay, and Biggie said, I think Giants will be up early. Okay, I'm going to make a move on this. I'm going to roll with my man, Nothing Ordinary Sports. There we go. Cowboys. First half. Team total over 13.5 at minus 136. Then I'll have to bet it at a shitty spot. Okay, we have to make moves because I've got to run over to Flash's house because we are going live. Monday Night Football live line. Also got to stop at the liquor store. Give me some licks. Okay. Lineal Lanson, 24-10 second half, reasonable. Okay, so let's go over. I've made my first look on this card. Official play, Cowboys first half team total over 13.5. First half team total over 13.5. I'm not sure what other moves I will make on this game. In NBA, I've got 3 looks. I'm on the Nets minus 4. I'm on the Harden over 37.5 points. And I'm on the Bucks first half minus 3. In NHL, I've got 2 plays on the Alex Guerrero liking that look. Oh, okay. Well, let me just go over my NHL plays quickly. 2 plays, same game, under 6.5 in the Senators game, and I'm already on the Senators first period. Buffalo on the beat says my only play of the night: Amari Cooper would have at least 6 catches, plus 80 yards, plus a TD at plus 208. Said there's a 0% chance that DeAndre Baker or Jenkins will be able to stop a recovered Coop. And Chad Costanza says, weather here, nice. Ragu probably at the pool. It's all good. Jim Rome Zadu says, making your liver scream tonight. My liver is primed and ready to go. Okay, those are my looks, and that is your late show. Thank you guys for watching, but we're not putting on a bow without some, I don't know what to call it. Let's see what's in store. Please welcome to the show, Freddie Fortune. Freddie, welcome. Look, you're happy. Nice. Oh, that looks like a fake laugh, though.
No.
That's a fake laugh. You're a psycho.
How are you, Jimmy? Yeah, Larry. How are you, Jimmy?
I'm good. You seem much better than you've been.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah? What's going on? Why you seem pleased?
Please, like what?
Happy. Why you seem so happy?
I am so happy, yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? Stop licking your lips, or I'm gonna ask you to leave.
My lips are so dry.
I'm gonna ask you to leave if you lick them again. I'm serious. No,
Okay.
God.
The thing is that on the weekend, I lost my place.
I can't do this.
Okay,
I can't sit here if you lick your lips like that. I'm gonna leave.
Why?
I find it.
I'm sorry.
I find it revolting. I'm not joking.
Revolting.
If your laughing is also pissing me off.
Okay, I lost my previous play by a goal.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But no, stay here.
No,
Jimmy.
I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and watch another man lick his lips.
Okay, but let me tell you
No,
something.
you
at the end
finish
of
the show.
weekend. You know what? Fuck you. What do I do now? What do I do now? Okay, well, I gotta play. It's, I don't even know. It's Mali Premier Division. Jimmy's still here, but okay, it's Mali Premier Division. It's soccer. It's Club Olympique Bamako versus 11 Creatures. First half draw, -105. I'm sorry. Can you please close the show now? I hate myself. Please. Please. Close the show. Thank you.